everyone, this is Dale Stratton at Dean Dorton. Welcome to our Outlook 2013 video series. Today's topic is navigation. For the most part, navigation in Outlook 2013 is very similar to Outlook 2007 or Outlook 2010 if you're familiar with those versions. You have the same tab and ribbon system that you're used to. Just a few changes I want to cover. First of all, the File tab. When you go to the File tab, you'll find things on it as you did before, such as account settings and automatic replies, which, if you remember, this used to be your out-of-office assistant to set up automatic replies to emails when you're gone. However, notice all your other tabs disappear and you can't go back to Home or View or anything like that. What you have to do to get out of this view is this little circle with this arrow. This is actually a back button. So you hit the back button to get back to your ribbon where you can use the other tabs. Now, most of the changes you're going to find under the View tab. So I want to start there. Now, first of all, let's cover the folder pane. The folder pane is really just this area over here on the left-hand side. And I can choose to have it normal, minimized, or I can turn it off completely. This is all a personal preference. You can do what you like with it. I'm going to turn mine back to normal. Now, when I come down here, I also have favorites on. So I've turned this favorites area on or off. And what that is it just stays pinned to the top, and you can add a folder to the favorites area just by right-clicking on it and saying Show in Favorites. Now, under the folder pane, you also have options. This is a little bit deceiving, because it's really navigation options. It doesn't have anything to do with the folder pane. The navigation options are really concerning this bar down here. Now this is different. Notice the navigation options here. You're most likely used to seeing this version, the compact navigation. So if you choose that, this is what you'll see, just the buttons. If I take that back under navigation options, take that off, notice I could put mail, calendar, people, folders, whatever things that I use most, I put them in that order, and I can choose how many to show. I'm going to show 4, and I move my tasks down because I don't use them that much. I use folders more than I use tasks. And this is how I move from Outlook object to object. Now notice as I drag across calendar, notice that the calendar has this little quick peek. So while I'm looking at my email, I put my cursor over top of the calendar and see the month and date and my upcoming appointments today. Now I can pin this little button right here. It says Dock the Peek. So I click that and it sticks the peek over here and it shows my appointments for the day. Now I can also change this with the to-do bar settings. Technically the to-do bar is the same thing as the calendar peek. Notice I have calendar turned on. That turns it off again. Turn it back on. I can also add to that people and tasks. So if you want to see your favorite people here, or you want to see any upcoming tasks, you can show those. I choose to leave those turned off again. That's a personal preference. Last but not least, notice my screen is very white. It's going to be very different than other Outlook versions you might have used. So what I want to do is I want to change that to get a little more contrast to make it easier on the eyes. So I'm going to go back to the File tab. I'm going to go to Options. And Options is really where you set up all of your personal changes for mail, calendar, people, tasks, any other parts of Outlook. On the General tab, I have this Office theme. It's set to white by default. I'm going to change that to dark gray. And if you like a little more, I guess, differences at the top of the screen, you can choose any of these types of office backgrounds. I'll just pick the first one there, calligraphy. I'm going to click OK. Notice this is the calligraphy. It just adds a little flavor to the top. It doesn't really do anything else. But I have a different contrast, so I have more of a gray contrast around the outside. And for me, that's a little bit easier to see and a little bit easier to read. That's the main differences in Outlook 2013 navigation. Thank you very much. Have a great day.